without needing human assistance. So we're sharing with the world an AI agent marketplace that will feature task machines that are automated, no humans needed, powered by LLMs that are created by Neuralseek. Right now, we have over 100 plus. We will also have third-party contributors that are experienced consultants that we're creating strategic uh, partnerships with, as well as an ecosystem of open source community contributors that will be mainly powered at first by an unpaid internship that we just announced. What's important about this unpaid internship is that right now, get involved with building AI agents, you either need to be a customer paying money, you need to be someone that knows someone at a major corporation like Microsoft, Google, Amazon, IBM, or you need to know someone personally who works at a startup on the leading cutting edge of AI technology. By making this an unpaid internship, which will have a formal 6 week program that involves 3 LinkedIn certification badges on AI agent building foundations, deployment, and orchestration, we're democratizing this technology out to the world. So with that, if you go to our website, you'll see that we have 100 plus Neuralseek provided agents aligned to different business units. And right now, these are available out the box. So if you go download our 7 day trial from AWS's marketplace, you'll get access in minutes to 100 plus business proven AI agents that our customers use all the time. If you'd like to be part of our internship program personally, or if you know someone that might be willing and able to participate, please feel free to reach out to the team. And as always, if you need a demo, definitely double click into our demo request page on our website. With that, I'll hand it over to our development team for their monthly announcements.
Hey guys, how's it going? So, just gonna review a couple quick things, right, from the last month or two. So, I'm gonna share my screen. So, we have a couple new things. We have image generation and Maestro, but also Global Neural Seek, right? We've added a few new LLMs. So, under the neural seek category, we've added a few LLMs with a slight increased seek cost. So even though you're on the bring your own model plan, you can still come in and use our managed models at a slightly increased seek cost. It just multiplies the API cost charge, effectively making it easy for you to not have to manage the model, right? So no API key needed. You go all the way to the bottom and see there's no connection info. It's just easy. You can come in and test, right? Also, we have like image generation models that we're starting to add. So we have like OpenAI's DALL-E 3 for image generation. So you're gonna start seeing use cases like that. A couple new models that we added was Llama 4. So you'll see the new Llama models on supported providers. Couple odds and ends, right? We added unique links when we respond with embedded links in NeuralSeek's answers from the API. You can limit that to be only unique links, so you won't get spammed with a bunch of different text with the same link in the background, right? Also added a bunch of support for fonts and a handful of improvements to the Maestro platform. So some things that we might not have covered recently is that like we can make web crawlers now. So instead of just grabbing like the website data, you can actually just grab the links from a web page and then loop on those links to grab data. So we can effectively do, small crawls across the board. We also have added the ability to like list cache indexes. So you're no longer like searching to see if you've written to something. You can iteratively list all of them and delete as needed, right? One thing that's a little newer is our gather node. So we're able to stop processing now and ask for data within a flow and offer the prompt, right? This works with our existing chatbot, but is embeddable in other like Lex and Watson Assistant by just checking a status variable to see if we're done collecting information and just loop that API call. So that we're able to like stop in the middle of a flow and ask for data. What else is new? Yeah, and we're always adding more connectors. So we recently added the FTP connector. We're looking at adding a bunch more connectors in the future, so look forward to that too. I think that's really it for me. Always highlighting that we have a agent scheduler now. So even when we're talking about web crawls or data syncs, we can do all that on a schedule now too. So that's a very, very helpful feature. Yeah, and then I think I'll pass it over to Jordan for documentation too.
Thank you, RJ. I'm going to grab a screen share here as well, and I will pull up the documentation page. All right, so this is our documentation page. If you are familiar, it is documentation.neuralseek.com. I will also show you how to get there from the website if you're new to Neuralseek and exploring the platform. Personally, I love the documentation page. It is my go-to for any technical support needed within Neuralseek. So a lot of these features that RJ showcased on our monthly webinars, or if you are playing around within our platform, exploring and wanting to know what is going on each of the tabs and need some of that technical support, documentations.neuralseek.com is where that information lives. Our homepage really walks us through getting started with Neuralseek and some of our available resources where we're located on different cloud providers and platforms, as well as a list of our integrations. So you can see this list gets updated fairly regularly with our newly supported large language models, what provider, but as well as what LLM connector is supported and available. And the same information for knowledge bases, all of the knowledge bases that are supported out of the box within our configure screen, and some of their capabilities in a chart format here. And if you're interested in a virtual agent platform and how Neuralseek can easily bootstrap your virtual agent, we have a list of the supported platforms as well. And then what some of those features do and that are supported with that platform type. So this is all under Explore the Interface, Integrate, but also listed here on our Getting Started page. For some more of that technical support, especially with our Maestro functions and capabilities, I can expand Explore the Interface and I can get a deeper dive into what each one of the tabs of Neuralseek does. Whether that's information about configure and what these configuration details do, what each of these different levers that I'm able to pull, kind of a deeper description of them, whether that's how can I connect my knowledge base, what information I need there, or some of the tuning levers. If I'm starting with Neuralseek and I need to know kind of what this max docs per seek lever does exactly, I will refer back here to our documentation page. Similarly with integrate, extract, load, etc. And then I can also click into Maestro. So this gives me a good overview of what it is, why it's important, how it's working, as well as some of the basic features, where to get started with the agent editor, what it looks like, what a node means, where I can look to debug and inspect what's going on in each step as I'm building out a RAG agent, but then a deeper level of knowledge into these NTL functions. So as we can see on the Maestro sidebar, as we saw on RJ's screen earlier, what does the text node look like? What does the seek node look like? This gets updated with each new release. And so it gives us exactly what parameters need to go into those Maestro functions. So that information is all available here within the documentation, as well as several guides and walkthroughs. These guides are a little more step-by-step. So I do like to point out the tuning guide. This is a really good point of reference for improving answer accuracy. What does a successful generated response look like to me? And how can I either bootstrap my agent or kind of improve some of these generated answers? It outlines some best practices for you there. As I expand integration, there's a few that I like to point out as well. So NeuralSeek does have a chat SDK integration and how we can embed NeuralSeek's chat, which if you've seen documentation before, we do have our chat bot down here in the bottom right corner as well. So if you're looking for a specific information about NeuralSeek and want to tune into our chat bots, that's also available for you, just like it is on our website. And we do have some model guides, which are some step-by-steps of our semantic tuning model or what multimodal LLM configuration looks like within NeuralSeek. So this gives me a good overview of not only what it is, but how can I tune my search results. And I have some images there to match as well. Changelog gets updated monthly for our new and improved features. So if you kind of want to recap about what we've discussed here on the monthly webinar and want to tune in, that can be found on this bottom link of the changelog. And then our More About NeuralSeek just brings us back to those important links, our website, our community page, any sort of upcoming events, partnerships, what our current NeuralSeek available plans are, and then the data security and privacy page as well. So from the NeuralSeek website, that's neuralseek.com, I can also access this documentation. I'm sure you saw Lawrence highlighted our AI agent marketplace as well. So I can click that button and then log into that marketplace and view all of the available AI agents. But I can also read about different case studies, NeuralSeek's capabilities, meeting the teams, cloud alliances as I expand gives us a deeper dive into our current partners and where you can find NeuralSeek on the supported cloud provider. But I do want to highlight support. So support is where I can access that technical documentation as well, and the labs. So the labs are have recently gone an update, which we did highlight last month. But they walk you through sort of the basics of NeuralSeek and give you an opportunity to earn a level 1 NeuralSeek certification. So this is a self-pay, self-service lab tutorial that dives deep not only into NeuralSeek's Seek platform, but also Maestro, which is where we would go to build these AI agents. So getting started walks us through what each challenge will offer, but also how can I get certified and how can I get started with that NeuralSeek 1-week free trial on the AWS Marketplace. Or if you're have access to NeuralSeek on another cloud provider of your choice, those steps are there to expand upon. But we'll walk through some of the basics of, I'm getting a generated answer in NeuralSeek. How can I improve my answer relevancy and kind of what do some of those basic tuning levers look like and how that affects my generated response. as well as a Maestro tour, getting a feel for how I can utilize some of the example AI agents in that AI agent repository and marketplace. And then a couple different use cases. So exploring 2 different hypothetical scenarios where I utilize Maestro's text to AI agent auto builder to generate a AI agent for my use case. This is a marketing team one, and we have a travel agency one as well. So walking through these and how can I adjust an AI agent to my specific documentation or edit one and then debug and see what is happening step by step. A few different closing steps. Do not forget to review this page if you are utilizing the 1-week free trial as to not incur additional costs. And then our getting certified. So this is a self-service 15-question quiz where you'll walk through each quiz. We can check our answers along the way. Well, there's answer 1. So that's a fun tidbit if you tuned in for the webinar this week. And then as you submit your name and email, you'll be emailed your NeuralSeek certification for level 1. And we do have some steps on how you can add that to your LinkedIn profile for some recognition and to add under your certs and skills. Do not forget also, if you have not registered for the community page, this is another great resource that I like to point out if you have additional questions. So we do have the chat bot on both this site and the documentation site. But if you have further technical questions, questions about requesting a demo, questions about what new features might be out, or that you're looking for your specific industry or use case, the community page is a really great place for that. So you'll have access to the media center and get up to date on all of our recent events, but then also access to our support, so our media center will show us some new videos and tutorials that we have. Events will highlight new recent events within NeuralSeek, and then support ticket as well. But under community page, we have a forum where we showcase any new announcements about NeuralSeek, some feature requests, shares ideas for improvements or new features that you're looking for, and then the Q&A section as well, where we can ask specific questions and interact with the larger NeuralSeek community and team. So I do recommend definitely creating a free account for the NeuralSeek community page as well. All right, thank you.
All right, well, thank you everyone for joining us this month, and we look forward to you joining us again next month. I'm going to summarize. We are delighted about our internship program. Please send resumes our way. We're super excited about that. Check out the marketplace so that you can see what agents are available in NeuralSeek. If you haven't already, go to documentation as well as get your first level certification. And as always, join the community page so that you can